One of the things that every organization does within them is produce monthly management reports. In this example, we will talk about how the whole process from end to end impacts and how AI can play an effective role in producing that monthly management report. What happens in the process? First of all, data is actually pulled from multiple systems. They could be pulled from multiple ERPs, data lakes, or Excel sheets. Then it's all compiled together. Then data analysts or some junior intern actually starts pulling them together, compiling them into a form that can then be consumed by senior management. Then it goes to senior management. They start from end to end what has changed, how does this impact us, how is this going to impact us in the future. So these three steps by themselves, the first two steps at least, take a lot of time extracting and then compiling it into a form that can be consumable by a manager. And the actual value add in all of this equation is the part where the manager does the actual review and makes all the decision making process. If something goes wrong in the process, that some part of a report is not done correctly, then it means then it has to go back to the analyst. They have to redo the whole thing, regenerate all the numbers, and then bring it back again in front of the managers for review. So more than likely 80 to 90% of the time is done in a task that is not adding actual value in the organization. The only value add component is the 10% where the managers are actually reviewing and giving their input as to what decisions need to be made. So in this example, AI's role would have been to ingest all the data from all the disparate sources, combine them all together into a singular place, compile them into a certain information that can then be consumed by managers. The most critical part in this example is the KPI shift that has now taken place. What is the KPI shift? In the past, the KPI shift was that there was a report generated on time. Did it have all the data that was required in it? And did it have all the numbers that were required by management? Now all of that has been taken away, and the KPI for management, or at least middle management, is what decisions were made using this report and how effective was the report in itself. Those are the KPI shifts which will actually change. So it's a bit transformational in itself, and organizations and leaderships will have to realize that once we move from manual systems to automated systems, we will also have to make sure that we evaluate our staff accordingly. And one last thing that I would like to emphasize is that in this whole process, the most repetitive task, or the task which continues to not add value into the organization's value chain, has actually been replaced by something that actually adds value. As I have suggested in earlier videos as well, that is also one of the cues for you, that you should try to structure yourself or position yourself in a place where you can actually add value and not be a part of those repetitive tasks which can easily be outsourced to an AI system. Hope this was useful, and thank you for watching today.